All right, testing, testing. Just getting set up here, finishing up, and we will get started here very, very shortly. So hang tight, everybody. All right, testing, testing. Just getting set up here, finishing up, and we will get started here very, very shortly. So hang tight, everybody. All right, testing, testing. Just getting set up here. All right, testing, testing. Just getting set up here, finishing up, and we will get started here very, very shortly. So hang tight, everybody. Testing.
Show me what you have. I'm not gonna lose. Stay down. Really now? You shouldn't keep a girl waiting. Watch your head.
All right, just finalizing a few more things, doing some more quick tests, and we will be beginning very shortly. So hang tight, and it'll give some people time to come in, do all that good stuff.
Hey, what are you looking at? Up here. Hey everyone, get ready to feast your...
Alrighty. I think we're looking pretty good, sounding pretty good, hopefully. Bear with me, y'all. This is my first YouTube stream, so I'm trying to work out all these different things here, figure out how we're doing, how we're looking, but it seems like we might be okay. Yeah. Greetings, everyone. My name is Dream King, and we are going to be watching, reacting to, and breaking down something that's really, really exciting today. We finally have a new Street Fighter 6 DLC character trailer, gameplay trailer, and it is for none other than Mai Shiranui from King of Fighters, Fatal Fury. This is a good one, and people have been waiting for this one for a good while. Capcom finally dropped it today, and there is a lot to get into, so we're just going to dive right in. We're going to have a watch of the trailer, and then we'll go back through it and discuss some of the specifics of what we're seeing here. Mai has some really interesting stuff at her disposal, from what I can see. I've seen this trailer already, and I've kind of analyzed some of the stuff that's going on, but there's a lot to talk about. But before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with your friends, do all that good stuff. And yeah, let's just get right into it. We're going to watch the trailer first, so let's have a look. All right. Classic Capcom graffiti logo.
Ready to feast your eyes on.
Hopefully our volume is okay here.
Yo, sleep ponytail.
But yeah, we've got Mai rocking her Fatal Fury City of the Wolves costume, which
What you have.
we hadn't seen until today, actually. And of course, she's going to be clashing here with Chun-Li. That's already our first very interesting bit to talk about here, because we might have a glimpse of something that's coming later to Street Fighter 6, but we will talk about that in a little bit. But so far, Mai looks great. Visually, she looks awesome in this game. I was a big fan of the way Terry looked as well. And short of a few weird faces and stuff, but that's Street Fighter 6 in general. But Mai's looking pretty darn good. She's got an air throw, which is going to be interesting. Oh, she's got some good stuff. She's got that DP again. And there are some very interesting things that are already happening here in this trailer. Her level 1 super is going to be a very, very interesting tool in combat here. Of course, there's her Fatal Fury City of the Wolves costume. This is actually outfit 2. We've learned today. And she's got combos for days. She's got horizontal moving attacks that travel pretty darn far. She's got anti-fireball options, or well, she can keep up in the fireball war with certain things. Got her dive kick, which is like her air tackle. We'll clash here with the drive impact. Big drive rush combo into her cartwheel, into the elbow. And big cinematic level 3 super looks fantastic, man. Look at Ryu's face. Dude got bodied. But this is Mai in Street Fighter 6, and she's looking awesome. And honestly, from everything I've seen so far about this character on social media and stuff in the FGC, she is a big hit. People seem to be a pretty big fan of her already, and they seem to be liking what they're seeing. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna talk about a couple things that we're seeing here, or more than a couple actually. We're gonna talk about a lot here because there's a lot going on in this trailer. Full disclosure, I'm not like a super big SNK head where I know all of the deep lore of Fatal Fury and all the different things like that. I have played quite a few KOF games in the past. I've played, dabbled a little bit in Fatal Fury, and am interested in checking out City of the Wolves. There's a lot of Street Fighter 6 centric stuff going on here that's worth talking about, I feel like. First of all, again, we have outfit 2 here. Very good look at it. Straight up, get to see everything there. So the first thing I wanted to talk about here is actually her pre-fight intro with Chun-Li here. So this I find really interesting. This right here. So that there is very, very interesting because it kind of looks like we have a special pre-fight intro between Chun-Li and Mai, which Chun-Li and Mai have a lot of history, obviously. But it seems like there might be a little bit of a like special intro there with them clashing with the drive impacts. It's really, really cool. It says round 1, and before the fight, we get the clash here and they separate, which could potentially be a bit of a shout out or like a nod to some of the past fighting games that we've seen from Capcom. And like something like Capcom vs. SNK 2 is a great example. They had special intros between certain characters who had connections. So I'm kind of curious if that might be some kind of a special intro that they've put in here. Capcom has already shown that they love putting in Easter eggs and really cool references to these different characters, especially somebody like Terry, who had all kinds of references to, past SNK games and all the games that he's been a part of. This could be kind of a little Easter egg thing here. But also it could just possibly be a little bit of slick editing for the trailer. But I would not be surprised to see if this was actually a thing and a special, a special intro between Chun-Li and Mai here. So we've got some other cool stuff going on. I'm going to go ahead and put playback speed back to normal. So Mai's got this attack here, which looks to be a command normal. Looks like maybe like a forward heavy kick. It's got a lot of range on it there. It's a big forward step kick. And looks like it's got a punish counter property where it crumples. She also has a traditional sweep right there. And then we've got this move here, which I thought was really fascinating. So this attack here, to me, looks like her standard standing heavy kick, which can be comboed after with what looks like a crouching medium punch and potentially standing medium kick. Yeah, so we've got like a standing medium kick there, it looks like. And she goes into a target combo, which is the next big point that we need to talk about. But this button here, this standing heavy kick, I think is interesting because this might mean, if this is indeed standing heavy kick, this might mean that she is a character that has a heavy kick for an anti-air button instead of like a crouching heavy punch or something, and we'll get into that a little bit later as well. But her standing heavy kick might be like her go-to anti-air button based on what we've seen so far. Again, we haven't seen all of her normals or anything like that, but something that I noticed here in the trailer that I thought was interesting. And then she goes into this target combo, which seems to kick Chun-Li into the back of the screen. Or into the back of the stage here, which we know is a Fatal Fury thing. Terry has something like this where he jumps to the back of the stage and comes back with one of his target combos. And so Mai is kind of doing something similar here, but she's just knocking the opponent to the back. It doesn't look like it has any kind of actual like function in terms of like gameplay. It just seems like something that's a little cool little nod to the Fatal Fury series. In one of her target combos there, but something interesting. If it does have any actual functions, that will be very surprising, but we haven't seen or heard anything about that yet, so. It's like forward throw, standard forward throw, and a quick taunt. She's fanning herself off. Okay, and that's our next interesting bit here, because Mai also has crouching lights, a meterless crouching light combo that gives her some decent corner carry, like really decent with her cartwheel. That's a powerful tool there. Doesn't look like she has to spend any meter for this. Gets confirms from crouching light kick into jab into cartwheel, and that gives her quite a bit of corner carry meterless, which is a really good thing to have. We also have her fan projectile here, which we now know how it works. So she has a fan toss here that basically works like she can throw a normal version without charging or doing anything or holding down the input. And basically that projectile can be beaten by other projectiles, and you can actually strike it out of the air. So you can beat that projectile with normals right there, this one here. And then that one there you can beat with normals and other projectiles. But if she holds down the input, holds down the button and charges it a little bit, like that, that actually will bounce off of the opponent and come back down and hit them on the way down as well. So that makes for some interesting mix-up potential and pressure potential and stuff like that. I believe also that charged version of the fan no longer loses to strikes either. So it's just basically a stronger projectile that has some pressure and mix-up ability attached to it, which is really nice. Looks like we got back throw, quick jump in target combo into her dive kick there. And that is her spinning flame attack there, which we know is used for spacing, essentially, or like space control. I believe the light version was detailed in the official Capcom like Steam blog for this character. That if you hit with the tip of the light version of that move, it's safe on block. And I believe the heavy and the OD version allow for a follow-up after. There's her air throw again. So we've got that standing medium kick that looks a lot like Terry's there. Some people are comparing it to Street Fighter V Sagat. We've got this one here. It looks like it's going to be just a strong normal. Has some good range to it. Probably not cancelable into anything. For Terry, he gets a very similar attack with standing medium kick, and on counter hit can combo into his level 1 super. It's a really cool and strong neutral tool there, if he's close enough, essentially. And seems like Mai's got a little bit of that as well. And it looks like it might be pretty good on block as well, because she goes for the uppercut after that. And then we have that level 1 super, which is really, really interesting. So this here, basically Mai engulfing herself in flames. It is a level 1 super that is invincible on startup, and this move can be used in combos as an anti-air. But also what's really interesting is that this super gives her access to one of her unique mechanics in Street Fighter 6, which are called flame stocks. So basically after she does this super, she has 5 flame stocks that basically add buffs and additional properties to, I think, almost all of her special moves and her level 1 super and her level 2 super. So we'll see she's got like some flames on her back there. You can see she's got like after that super, there's some lingering flames on her back, and that means she's got her stocks. You can see the projectile is already buffed as well. And that's going to lead to some of her other crazy stuff. So we're going to slow that down, actually, because that is a really, really cool sequence there. Do a quick slowdown. The oxymoron. So she throws the inflamed fan there, and it beats a projectile. Not only that, but Chun blocks it. It bounces off of her. Mai goes in for the drive rush to pressure, lands the hit. The fan comes down, hits Chun, and then Mai is able to continue the combo there as well. So her drive rush into, or her drive rush behind projectiles is going to be particularly devastating depending on what she's got at her disposal. If she's got that buff going and the flame stocks, the fans are going to be more devastating. If she charges, the fans are going to be more devastating. That looked like an overhead there. So opened up the opponent with an overhead and then got the continuation off of the fan. So some interesting pressure tools there. And then she's going to go into her level 2. Back to there, level 2, which has crazy corner carry. I mean, look at the corner carry on this level 2 super. I'm going to guess that that's also probably buffed up because of the flame stocks. So I have to imagine the normal raw one doesn't push that far into the corner. That must be a result of being buffed with flames, but I can't confirm that yet. But man, that is so much corner carry. And she still has the flames, so I mean, I'm assuming that was definitely the buffed up version. We've got some more fan stuff there, which is going to be a really, really interesting and I think dynamic part of her moveset. This whole sequence here is bonkers, man. All right, we're gonna slow this down because there is a lot going on just on this part here. All right, so we're gonna do. She's got some fan pressure, so she's already got the flames, the buff from level 1 super. She's got flame stock. So first looks like standing heavy punch into, I believe, OD fireball or OD fan. Comes down. She gets a hit. Continuation. Looks like a crouching medium punch into another OD fan, which throws 2. Then she goes low to open the opponent up, who's probably trying to walk back and block those fans high. She goes with the crouching medium kick, opens them up. So she's got legit high-low mix-ups here. Obviously, there's parry and stuff like that, but she's got some really, really interesting stuff here with these fans, especially when the flame stocks are in play. Crouching medium, yep. And then she gets the spin there, which I believe the fire buffed version leads to a pop-up, which she can get the uppercut after that. So this is another really cool sequence here. So she throws the OD fans against Ryu's, looks like Denjin charged OD fireball. So a very, very powerful fireball. He Denjin charges, throws OD fireball. The fans go through that. She throws 2 more fans, which is a follow-up that she has that she can choose to do. She can throw 2 more fans after the OD, which goes through the other fireball. Then those bounce off of Ryu after they hit him. And she cartwheels in, gets the hit, the confirm. The fan comes down, and she's able to juggle with, I think, level 2? Or another level 1? Or level 1 super there. So she juggles with the level 1. I don't think she continues after this, though. That would be crazy if she did. But let's just see that really quick again. We're going to go right back to that. The OD fireball, OD fan, when it's got the flame buff, looks like it's going to be really good. Blows right through the OD Denjin charged Hadouken. Beats the next fireball. She can cartwheel in, gets the tackle, gets the juggle with the fan, and then confirms into super as well. Which is nuts. Alright. Next up, perfect parry on the donkey kick there. Okay, and so she's got, so it looks like she can combo what I believe is her standing heavy kick into crouching medium punch here. So that's standing heavy, looks like crouching medium punch. She drive rushes in, and then it looks like, I believe this is crouching heavy punch. It could be a command normal, but I think this might actually be her crouching heavy punch. It's a 2-hitter, and after the drive rush, obviously she gets the additional frame advantage on hit, and then combos into crouching medium kick. Again, she's got that the fire stalks going, the flame stalks, so that spin attack gets the pop-up as well. So nice big combo here, big conversion into OD uppercut. Gets the juggle there out of the air, and she can do level 2 super in the air as well, which also has really good corner carry. Look at this. Sheesh, where did she start that at? That whole sequence started at like, hey, pretty far to the right there. She flipped. Oh my god. Look at that. Almost looked like almost a full screen carry, pretty much. Maybe like three-quarters screen carry with that sequence, which is wild. And she gets the flip into the level 3 there, which is really cool. So I also thought this was interesting too, so we're going to slow this one down as well. But she also can, looks like she can drive rush cancel into what I believe is forward heavy kick, that step kick. So she does standing heavy punch, drive rush, and then looks like forward heavy kick, which probably gives her good advantage. She's got crouching medium punch, I believe, there. And then OD spin there into the cartwheel, and then confirms into level 3. So she's got enough hits done after that standing heavy punch drive rush cancel to get that, what I believe is forward heavy kick. I could be wrong on that, but that's what it looks to be. And that's pretty interesting. That seems like it would be, that seems like there's a lot of startup on that forward heavy kick. So to be able to drive rush cancel and get that afterwards seems pretty darn good. And this level 3 looks great. I imagine this is probably, well, this might be critical art actually. I wonder if that's her critical art or not. But level 3 looks great. She looks great overall. But there's some very, very interesting things happening in this trailer here. She looks like she's a combo beast. She looks like she's going to be a pressure / mix-up character. Seems very mobile, very quick. Has aerial attacks, can fight from the air, has a dive kick, has an air throw. High-low mix-ups with projectile pressure, which, you know, those OD fans are going to be really interesting, especially when the opponents are burnt out. It's going to seem, I think she's going to be able to create a lot of really difficult situations for people. You know, they're going to be trying to defend themselves with level 1 super, and she's going to be throwing projectiles at them, which should beat the level 1 super, I'd imagine. And then she's creating high-low mix-ups from that when they're burnt out. That's going to be really, really fascinating. But something that's also caught my attention here is that the flame stocks seem to be only tied to her that level 1 super there. And with the buffs that she gets from that, she gets 5 flame stocks. We don't know exactly how many stocks each attack like uses up. I'm assuming it's 1 each. And based on some of these really long sequences here, it seems like it's only 1 each. So basically, level 1 super is going to be like her ticket to buffing herself. And kind of makes me wonder how that's going to end up playing out in the high level. And at competitive level where, you know, there's incentive to save level 3 for round 3 and stuff like that, or, you know, things of that nature. So I'm kind of curious if that's going to be, I mean, that seems like a pretty good reason to use level 1 more. So we might be seeing a lot of level 1 usage with her, which I'm kind of curious what that means for her in later rounds. You know, she's going to be wanting to buff herself up and get as much pressure and damage as she can. So, you know, using that level 1 to get those flame stocks, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, so I'm kind of curious how she's going to play out, but I think that she looks great. I think Capcom did a great job with her. I really like Terry as well. I think they did a great job with him also. And seems like they haven't skipped a beat with Mai here at all. Seems like she's worth the wait, and she's coming out on February 5th, which is sooner than we thought. I kind of started getting the feeling that they might release her sooner rather than later, because we've been in the content drought with Street Fighter 6 for a bit now. Terry released back in September. You know, it's already January of this year now, and we haven't had any new costume announcements for the actual playable characters. There's been World Tour stuff, but no, you know, there's been no playable character costume stuff for a good while since Outfit 3. People are starting to feel that that pressure of, you know, hey, where's the new content? We hadn't heard anything more about Mai, really, other than that World Tour preview that we saw of her. So I started getting the feeling that they might push her out a little bit sooner, especially with Capcom Cup taking place in March. And based on today's trailer, she's dropping February 5th, which isn't too far from now. So clearly Capcom's trying to get her out the door so that people have time to prepare. And, you know, if anybody decides to use her at Capcom Cup, there'll be at least like a month or so of time to prepare for that matchup, which is pretty ideal. But this character looks awesome, man. She looks great. That corner carry, she seems like she has some really strong stuff. But that having been said, Terry looked like he was going to be broken when we saw his gameplay trailer, and a lot of things, he had some good tools, but certain things didn't work quite how we thought they were going to work. And he struggled with things like his range on cancelable normals and things like that. So I'm kind of curious how Mai's going to play out here, but she's got some great tools, it looks like. Again, she's looking good. She seems like she's going to be pretty technical as well, based on some of those the OD fan mix-ups and pressure and stuff like that. It seems like there's a lot of interesting sequences she can put together to pressure her opponents and open them up and all of that stuff. But I love this level 3, man. I think this looks great. Ryu's face at the end is just gold. That's awesome. So that's Mai. Honestly, I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about her and kind of analyze what we're seeing here. I think she's going to be pretty good. I know other players in the community are already saying that she looks cheap. She's going to be broken, all that good stuff. I don't know about all that, but it seems like she has some pretty strong tools right out of the gate. And yeah, she's got an overhead, clearly. She's got, you know, dive kick. She's got air throw, which is always nice. Seems very, very mobile. So we'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, just wanted to jump in, talk about Mai for a little bit. But if you tuned in, thank you so much. And I will be back soon with some more streaming, likely some more Street Fighter 6. Gonna play some N64 Zelda ROM hacks soon. I've been dying to do that, so I'm hoping to get to that very soon. But yeah, should be pretty cool. Thanks for tuning in if you did, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day or night.